What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking? Thanks for stopping in, folks. I said not too long ago that I wanted to actually do some more Shaq content, especially Shaq on the Lakers. We're talking about one of the most dominant forces we've ever seen in the history of the league. Shaquille O'Neal, especially during that championship run with LA. Shaq was completely unstoppable. He was a behemoth. He was a monster. He was, skilled. And in some ways, I think he was underappreciated. And let me tell you why. Before we get into the reaction video, of Shaq's Lakers highlights provided by the NBA YouTube channel, I can't disagree more when I hear people say all Shaq could do was dunk. If you truly believe all Shaq could do was dunk, then you really didn't watch that guy play. You just watched maybe some highlights on SportsCenter. Shaq was more than just a dunker. Did Shaq dunk a lot? Yeah, I'm sure you would dunk a lot too if you were that big, that strong, that athletic, and you could score at will in the paint. The obvious thing to do is dunk the basketball. But it wasn't like every single time Shaq was able to get into the paint like he wanted to because of defensive schemes. But there were times where he'd be triple team, or there'd be 4 people hanging on him at times, and he'd still fling people off of him or carry them up to the basket with him and jam on them. Like, those times existed. But there were times where there were some stiff defenses and Shaq was pushed out outside the box more, and Shaq had moves to combat that. Shaq was skilled. Shaq had footwork. Shaq had a drop step. Shaq had a pivot foot. Shaq had a left hand. Shaq had a right hand. Shaq had a baby hook. Shaq had a running baby hook. Shaq could reverse on the other side of the basket. Shaq also had a legit kind of like mid-range, I don't know if you want to call it floater, but just lob it in the basket. I don't even know what you call it. I wouldn't say it's a Kareem Sky hook, but it was a long floater, if you will. Yeah, I'm telling you. The dude was offensively skilled to go along with all that athleticism he had in that big old body. Shaq used to play point guard in high school. I've seen Shaq run the fast break with the Lakers before. I've seen Shaq run. I've seen him run the fast break with the Magic. He could dribble from one end to the court to the other, and you don't have to worry about him turning the ball over. Shaq could pass the basketball too. An underrated passer, an underappreciated passer. Man, I've seen him throw lobs to Kobe from the three-point line. No looks, bounce passes. As long as the players were moving around him, Shaq would find you for the easy bucket. Shaq was underrated, man. Offensively, he was underrated. He was. I don't think you could just be that dominant just by dunking the basketball all the time. He played in an era with other big men that he still squashed, don't get me wrong. And he played in a very defensive era of basketball. So just acting like he was this big tub of lard sitting at the basket all the time, just getting easy dunks, that couldn't be further away from the truth, man. Yeah, playing with Kobe, playing with Penny, they were able to find him for easy baskets. They made life a little bit easier for him at times, just like he made life a little bit easier for them at times. It went both ways. But there was no doubt that the big dog ate first, especially with the Lakers and a triangle offense where it works better with a dominant center. The big dog was eating first, and the offense rotated around Shaq most nights. I gotta put that respect on Shaq's name, man. I do. I remember when I was in I think it was 7th grade. 7th grade, my math teacher, I can't remember his name. Was it my math teacher? Might have been math. Yeah, he was my math teacher. Yeah, can't remember his name. But he hated Shaq. And he didn't like the Lakers either. But I remember walking, and I never talked basketball with him. I kept to myself in middle school. But I just remember walking in a basket, and for whatever reason, a topic would come up, and he had a country voice, and he would just talk down on Shaq. I remember he called him a big ogre that all he could do was dunk. And then, of course, he'd make fun of him for his free throw shooting. And the only thing you got against Shaq is his free throw shooting, so be it. But like Shaq said, I hit him most of the time when they mattered the most. He was good for it. And he was. I can say that. He was. At least as far as my memory serves me, he was. Man, you know how big that man's hands are? Of course it's hard for him to shoot a free throw. Especially how bulky and huge he is. My Lord. I'm not giving him an excuse. You know, he could have worked on them harder. Just like he could have worked on his defense harder. Just like he could have worked on his conditioning harder. Shaq left a lot on the table. He did. Shaq could have legitimately been in the GOAT conversation had he just took care of himself better and tried a little bit harder. But he didn't. He didn't. Because he felt he didn't have to. Knowing that he had a player like Kobe, especially during that Laker time, knowing he had a guy like Kobe he could rely on, and knowing that he could get, you know, his buckets, you know, close to the rim most nights, he wasn't worried about it. But you can see as he got older, it cost a toll. What was the toll, baby? Anywho, let's get into this video. It's about 4.5 minutes long. I'll do some more Shaq videos after this sometime. I definitely want to do a longer one that shows a lot of his highlights from his MVP season, no question about it, all right? Appreciate y'all. Let's get it popping. It's a bonus. Yeah, Shaq had a nice touch off the backboard too. The ball handling, the crossover. It's a nice move there, man. Nice post move. Nice pass. Semi shake. That was a nice move. Woo, that was a good no look. Come on, man. Look at the footwork, man. Look at the ball handling. Stop it. Good pass. Nice dunk. I don't think I've ever seen someone block somebody that close in proximity straight down. Yeah, Shaq was this guy, a big fool. With all that power, he had a finesse game to him. He did. Damn, they used to get high, bro. Seriously. One of the most athletic people I've seen ever at his size. Somebody that big shouldn't be able to jump that high, bro. That is footwork right there. How he moved David Robinson like that. No travels. Left hand. I think that might have been his 60-point game. That was a game winner. Turnaround hook. Or turnaround floater, rather. Good pass. Look at that fast break. Crossed the hell out of Scotty. Yeah, I knew that was going to be the last play they show. Probably their most iconic highlight together. So that video didn't really highlight all the other stuff I was talking about. More specifically, his outside touch that he has. The floaters, the baby hooks, the footwork, farther away from the basket. I'm not making that up. It just wasn't highlighted in this video. They seem to be more fascinated with the dunks, and I get it. He has a lot of power dunks, a lot of throwdowns, a lot of facials, so it's easy to focus on that stuff and throw it in a mixtape. But I'm not making that other stuff up. So, and the other Shaq video I do sometime in the future, I know Maximilian does videos from like entire seasons that are probably like 30 minutes long. So I'm gonna find one from Shaq's MVP season, and you'll see a steady dose of what he was actually doing on a game-to-game basis, not just dunk highlights and a few passing highlights and blocks, but you'll see a more polished game from Shaquille O'Neal from that video. I promise you, I will cook that up because that's something I really want to shed light on, man. Till I die, I will not let anybody get away with saying Shaq all he could do was dunk. That was not the case. That was not the case. Though this highlight reel seemed to be dominated by dunks, but that's how they wanted to make that mixtape. I don't watch these mixtapes before, I watch them because I want it to be, that didn't make any sense. I don't, what am I trying to say? I don't watch these mixtapes before I record them for the YouTube content. So literally when I watch these with you, it's my first time watching them. So, I was hoping there'd be some more stuff, some more diversity in the type of Shaq content, but wasn't as much as I was hoping for. But like I said, I'll put out another video soon. We can embark on that journey together, all right? Appreciate you for stepping in. Check out our Shaquille O'Neal playlist. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think Shaq was nothing more than just an ogre that could just dunk the basketball? Love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.